Hi, my wonderful sweet babies. It's Destin Troyce, and I wanted to get on here and talk about friendship PTSD. Now, I really wanted to bring this topic to life because, as we all know, Megan Thee Stallion recently went on the Gayle King show to do an interview addressing her friendship with Kelsey and the entire Tory debacle. Long story short, she made it very clear that she's suffering from heavy amounts of PTSD and she's suffering from trust issues. Now, we all know PTSD is defined as experiencing something very traumatic that hinders the way you survive and maneuver in the world. But friendship PTSD is a topic of conversation we oftentimes don't talk about. Just to be clear, I've always had a hard time believing Meg's story. Not to say that she's telling the truth, not to say that she's lying. All I'm saying is I need more information. But I do feel as though that every single party was done dirty because everybody was trying to protect their image. Tory, Kelsey, Meg, everybody is basically throwing each other under the bus and they're all no longer friends. But I really want to talk about the fact that Megan Thee Stallion talked about how she was traumatized and how it's difficult for her to even make new friends when she was initially very friendly. And I feel like that's a big reason why a lot of people are so mean or aren't friendly is because of friendship PTSD.
I really thought that we were all friends. And sometimes I feel like I put the blame on myself because when my mom passed, I just felt like I was looking for some type of family environment and I was letting so many people in. And I didn't care who it was. I just wanted to feel like I got family and I got people that care about me and just I could hang out with everybody and I was just going through it.
Now, we know damn well that friendship PTSD is something that's never talked about, but I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys have an idea of what I mean when I say friendship PTSD. We talk about child PTSD. We talk about relationship PTSD, school PTSD, work PTSD, co-worker PTSD, and we talk about PTSD regarding our mental health or self-sabotaging things that we do to ourselves because of things that happen to us. We talk about all forms of PTSD, but no one ever talks about friendship PTSD and how real that shit is. Now, let me tell you, friendship PTSD is not fucking fun. For example, y'all ever been in a situation where a friend did some fucked up shit to you, you saw it, heard about it, or you witnessed them do it, or another fucking friend told you about it, or another friend did some fucked up shit and put you in a bad situation with a dude, or put you in a bad situation with other friends? Friendship PTSD sucks, and it's very difficult to heal from it because there are people out there who will literally shit on you, fuck you over, and fake a whole friendship for years. There are some people who will pretend to be your friend because they know good and well that they can get in contact with so-and-so. People who will pretend to be your friend because they're bored as fuck of their other friends and they want like a new friend to make them happy. You know what I mean? A lot of times people will only hang out with certain people and treat them like minions. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't really want friends. They just want someone to hang out with them so that way they're just not bored or overthinking. And that way they can just ignore their own issues and their own anxiety. A lot of times people want friends because they want like some random bitch or some random bitch ass dude to just follow them around and take photos for them. They just want a friend that would just, you know, oh, come with me, let's have fun. But they really just want you to take photos with them. For example, I had a really good friend in high school who, looking back, wasn't really a good friend. There were times where she would legitimately talk hella shit about me to her other friends, and then she would tell me what the fuck her other friends would say. Or there were times where she would literally ask me to come out with her. Like this one time she asked me to come out with her because she was bored and all her other friends didn't want to come. And she wanted me to go to like this little strip mall outlet with her. And I said, yeah, why not? I went with her and she wanted to do all the things she wanted to do. She wanted to walk around here, there. And I'm like, oh, let's look at this. Let's try this. She was like, no, let's do this. Let's do this instead. I wanted to try this restaurant or eat at this Starbucks. And she's like, no, let's go here. Let's try this instead. It's like, what the fuck did you even invite me for here, bitch? It's like you only had me here because you want me to just fill in space because your other friends said no, they didn't want to hang out with you. You only invited me because you wanted someone to just fill in space or fill in a gap for you. It was fucking annoying. And there was this one time where, you know, after we were done, we went right back to her house. And I was supposed to call an Uber, but at the time, I didn't have the money to just call an Uber to just pick me up from her house all the way to where I lived. And tell me why this bitch had the audacity to just be on her phone the whole time. She didn't even invite me inside of her house because she was living with her parents. She didn't invite me inside her house, had me sitting on the fucking floor with all them damn ants. And, you know, deep down inside, I could just told her, girl, invite me in. But I would think it's common courtesy, but she didn't invite me in. She had me sitting outside her fucking front porch. Didn't even fucking invite me inside her fucking house. And then, when I told her, all right, girl, what's your address? She went back inside the house to go to sleep, left me outside waiting for because my brother was going to pick me up from her house. Waiting for my brother to pick me up. She just walked back inside the house, left me out there for like damn near a whole hour, and then had the audacity to FaceTime me while she's inside and says, Oh, hey, by the way, are you mad at me? Almost basically like she was just, confused because she could just tell by my vibe, my aura, that I wasn't feeling the fact that she didn't invite me inside her house. So what she did was, when I asked her via text message, what's your address so my brother could pick me up from your house? As I'm outside and she's inside, she literally gave me the wrong fucking address. Yes, literally my brother called me. My brother was just like, where the fuck am I? And I'm like, I'm here. Like, I gave you the address. He was like, dude, I'm way across town from the area that you claim to be at. And I'm like, what? My homegirl gave me the address. What the fuck is going on? This bitch gave me the wrong fucking address out of complete pettiness. So I had to literally, I didn't even ask her, girl, what's your real address? I just turned on my location on my phone, connected to her Wi-Fi, and I was trying to map out where I was. And I told my brother to just pick me up at the nearby gas station near her house. So her ass left me outside, and that was just so traumatic because as soon as my brother picked me up, I told my brother the whole story about how this girl was just so selfish and how she was literally just having me around, walking around with her. I wanted to do something and she didn't want to do it. I wanted to try something she didn't want to try. We just did all the things she wanted to do. We went to all the restaurants she wanted to try, and I was just so irritated. And then she just went back inside the house when she was just done with me and had me sitting outside her porch and didn't even invite me inside her house. I told my brother the whole situation. I was telling my brother, bro, I'm not fucking with this bitch no fucking more. Like, fuck her. Like, she dead ass tried me by just trying to, like, do everything she wanted to do. And then have me sitting outside, not invite me inside her house. And then had the fucking audacity to give me the wrong address. It was like, girl, like, you were just doing all these little petty ass fucked up things just to try to, like, get under my skin. And after that day, I blocked her ass and I never spoke to her again. Literally, I haven't spoken to her ever since that day. And then she tried to blow me up on Star 69 a day or two after that situation happened. And I didn't even answer. I didn't reply or nothing. I just completely ghosted her ass. And granted, I should have spoke up and say, yo, that was fucked up and that wasn't cool. And maybe she would have probably apologized. But knowing her character, she probably wouldn't have apologized. Truth be told, I could have said something. I could have said, yo, this is fucked up, or yo, this is not cool, or yo, this is annoying. But you would think certain things are common courtesy. It's just little things like that. Like, stuff like that is friendship PTSD at the end of the day. People who just, have you around, but then will do some shitty little fuck ass, slick, shady shit behind your back, will shit on you behind your back, do shady things to you. Even when you have a friend who literally just invites you out, but all you fucking do throughout the duration of the trip is just take they dirty ass selfies with they fucking bad body, nasty, snackle tooth bitch ass. Corny ass, weird ass dudes asking you to take their fucking pictures. Meanwhile, they bum ass is like, oh, I'll take some for you too. And then the ones they take for you are just below average or just regular, but you take some bomb ass pictures for them. A lot of times they say that sometimes people do that on purpose. Some people just can't take pictures, and there's other people who just won't put any effort to take good pictures for you when y'all are out and about. But they want you to take all their pictures throughout the duration, Or there's times where, you think they're your friend because they'll invite you out and say, hey, come with me, come kick it with me, have fun. But they really only invited your ass because all their other homeboys or all their other homegirls didn't want to come. They invited everyone and they just want people to fill in space. Or sometimes they don't even really fuck with you like that. It's because they don't really have friends like that. So they invite as many people as they can that they know that'll show up. And guess what? Barely anybody fucking shows up except for you and probably like 7, 8 other people. Because deep down inside, a lot of times people just only invite people because they just want someone to just be around them. People just don't want to be alone. People don't want to be alone with their mental health. People don't want to be alone with their anxiety and their overthinking. They want people to fill in space. But life is too short for that. First of all, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I would rather have no friends than fake friends. I don't want someone inviting me out, confusing me, leading me on, letting me think that they fuck with me. But then in real life, they shitting on me or only inviting me because they want me to fill in space. Bitch, I don't have time to be no fucking fill-in, bitch. I want to be a fucking VIP at your table. I only want a VIP at my table. If you're a VIP, I want you at my table. I don't want no fill-ins. I don't want no random bitches eating off my fucking table, sucking up my energy, sucking up my fucking food, eating all my fucking materials and resources. Bitch, you need to be a genuine, good-hearted, just chill-ass person who I fuck with, and we're spiritually benefiting each other by being good to each other, respecting each other, having mutual love for each other, and they want to see me win. A lot of times, you probably have a whole bunch of fake-ass fucking friends who gave you hella friendship PTSD because they did so much fucked up shit to you, where the minute you walk into a room, you could just feel the awkwardness and the vibe between them and their other friends. The minute you walk into a room, they try to embarrass you, bring up your weight, bring up your teeth, your hair, your forehead, talk hella shit and drag you through the dirt to their other friends. and try to embarrass you, bring up your own personal business in front of their other friends, a lot of times they do that shit because they don't really fuck with you. And they do that shit because deep down inside, they've actually been shitting on you behind your back. It's just they don't know how to sometimes snap out of it from being in front of your face to being behind your back. So they want to sometimes embarrass you, making the butt of the joke. And if you witness one of your friends do that shit, bitch, you gotta cut them off. Because if they'll do that shit to someone right in front of them, they'll do that shit to you too. If they'll do that shit right in front of you and embarrass somebody and you tag along and you enable them, best believe that you're gonna get karma up your fucking ass too. Because you can't enable somebody doing some fucked up shit to their own friends and think they're not gonna do it to you. Example. Friendship PTSD is likely to happen when you're hanging around a whole bunch of fake ass, disingenuine ass fucking people. Here's an example. Let's say you're hanging out with somebody, you're kicking it with them, and they violating their friends. Like, oh, she's such a fucking hoe. She's such a fat ass bitch. I don't fucking like her ass. She's this, she's that. She's such a phony. Like, she's this, she's that. Or, oh, they all hoes and they always fucking this. Da, 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 da. It's like, or they talking trash about they homeboys and saying this dude is so this, he's that, or he's gay as fuck, he's trash, he's this, oh his shoes game this, his face this, his hair this, oh his apartment this, oh his kids look like this and they're so dirty. If you are hanging around a so-called friend that's violating their little friends, don't sit up here and think that your ass is immune to it. Because bitch, if they'll do that shit to them, they will do that shit to your ass too when you're not fucking looking. So don't fucking tell motherfuckers like that's your business. Because that is a telltale sign that the motherfucker talks too much. If they're telling you all their fucking friends' business and saying, oh yeah, my friends, like they're always fighting each other and shit like that. And they're like low-key like fucking each other and doing evil shit to each other. Oh, and I just be like sitting back watching like, okay, yeah. And they did this and they did that. Oh, and this friend did this to me. It's like, if your friends are fucking you over and you're telling me how fucked up and shady they are, but you're still friends with them, and you're friends with me, someone who's just chill, laid back, and genuine, or you're chilled and laid back and genuine, and they violate their other friends to you, bitch, you better start questioning why you're friends with them. You better start telling that person why you're friends with them. And if the answer is, oh yeah, you know, whatever, then at the end of the day, you shouldn't be friends with that person. Because at the end of the day, that person is fake as fuck, and they only want friends because they're scared of being alone. I had a homegirl who I went to Coachella with. She complained the whole fucking time. It was a 3-day weekend. She went the first day. We stayed for 4 hours. It was cool. She complained most of the times. I was annoyed and irritated because we usually do all the things she wanted to do. And I went to go to Coachella and we had this shit planned. But she wanted to hang out with her man and she wanted to just hang out and do other things and go back home. And I was so fucking irritated because like, girl, we came all this fucking way, planned this shit 2 months in advance. And here you are fucking complaining and we only stayed for 4 hours. Then the second day comes. She only stayed for 2 hours. She wanted to leave immediately. And I'm just like, girl, like this is a fucking 8-hour event. Why are we only here for 2 hours? Like, let's stay here for at least 4 hours. Like, let's stay here for 5. Like, what's going on? But she was like, yeah, no, I want to go home. I want to go home. Like, I'm sick. Like, I'm coughing. Like, I'm sick. Like, she literally lied and told me that her ass was fucking sick. And that's why she wanted to go home. Like, she was talking about how she wanted to, like, go home because she was just tired and exhausted and sick. She wants to be with her man. She wants to go fuck some nigga. That was her whole getup. So she ended up leaving my ass at Coachella. And if you're an OG, you remember I talked about this in a story time on my main YouTube channel, for those that who subscribe to my YouTube channel, where she left my ass at Coachella because she was just over it and quote unquote sick and coughing and tired and wanted to hang out with her man and go do other shit and go fuck some dude. And she left me there. She was like, no, like I'm going home. And she wanted me to come with her because she wanted somebody to go with her to the Uber. But I'm like, I'm going to stay because I paid for this. We paid $1,000 each for our tickets. These were VIP tickets. I paid $1,000 for my ticket and she wanted to just dip. And I was like, girl, like, I don't want to leave. And she was like, okay, well, I'm going to leave. And I was like, all right, fine. Like, all right, go ahead, dip. And she just left. So she left my ass to Coachella. It's not that she was an evil and bad person. She just wasn't a real friend to where she wanted to just stay and do something that I wanted to do, even though we planned this trip together. And also, I wanted to stay. And it's like, at the end of the day, if your homegirl or your homeboys are wanting to leave you somewhere, those aren't your friends. Stop calling them your friends, because at the end of the day, true friends are like this. We go together, we stay together, and we leave together. End of story. Because there's some crazy ass people out there. Human trafficking is on the rise, and you don't just leave your fucking friends at an event. That's some weirdo ass shit. And that's the thing. And that was another PTSD moment, because that moment made me literally want to travel alone. And that's actually a big reason why I travel alone, where I'll go to a different country alone. I'll go to India alone. I'll go to Mexico alone. I'll go to the Dominican Republic alone. I just solo traveled because I couldn't believe that she would just complain the whole time I felt like I had to entertain her to make her more happy. And she wanted to leave the second day, but only wanted to leave after 2 hours. You know? So that's why I solo traveled, because that was just a very tragic situation. Because it's like, damn, girl, you really just gonna leave me here? That's fucking crazy. The fuck? We planned this whole trip. I spent $1,000 on this trip, and you might got money like that. She got way more money than me. But like, bitch, I don't got like that to just be throwing out $1,000 for a fucking ticket. So that was my whole get up. So I should have known better, because that so-called friend used to violate and trash her friends to me all the time. She used to do fucked up shit where she would say, yeah, like, I was hanging out with them in Miami, and like, all they do is like try to like fuck on DJs, but they don't be like asking like them for money and stuff. They be like scared to ask them for money. They always hanging out with these broke boys and stuff like that. And they be doing like hoe ass shit and fucking celebrities and shit. And they weird. And I'm like, what the girl? What the? And I'm like, oh, okay, but why are you friends with them then? And mind you, at the time, she was trying to work on a music career. And she was like, yeah, but, you know, like, I feel like when I get, like, more mainstream, then I'm going to, like, stop fucking with them. And then I'll find, like, my other circle and group of friends. She literally said that. And my dumb ass continued being friends with her. And I knew that was a red flag. For you to fucking sit up here and talk shit and violate your friend group about being hoes and fucking DJs and fucking broke boys, and you telling me that you're trying to pursue music and that when you get more mainstream, you're going to just cut them off. I should have fucking known this bitch was going to leave my ass to Coachella. What the fuck was my dumb ass thinking? My big fat ass at the time was thinking. So I learned my damn lesson, and I stopped fucking with her. But at the end of the day, it's just examples like that. If they violate and trash their fucking friend group, but they still friends with them, then at the end of the day, they're not a real friend. Because why you gonna violate and trash your friend group who you claim is trash and you claim does hella dirty and weird shit, but you still cool with them? At the end of the day, a lot of people don't like going places alone. Being alone for a lot of people is not fun. It's emotionally overwhelming to be alone because you're alone with your own thoughts. Anything can happen. You ain't got no witnesses around. You're drinking alone. You're probably smoking alone. You're partying alone. You're going shopping alone. It's boring. But being alone is so much better because, like I said earlier in this video, I'd rather have no friends than fake friends. And that's just how you should be. So at the end of the day, why hang around people who are just fill-ins and not VIP? And that's the thing, when you have a whole bunch of fake-ass, fucked-up-ass friends that you trash and violate, stop being friends with them. They're not your friends. Stop being friends with them. Stop calling them friends. Or matter of fact, stop calling those people friends that complain about their own friends. Because they're probably not a real friend to you either. Because at the end of the day, when you hang out with a whole bunch of fake-ass, narcissistic, self-absorbed, fucked-up people who just do evil, fucked-up shit to you, or are always throwing jabs at you and joking about you, and saying, girl, look at your forehead, though. Like, you're looking a lot better now. Like, you know, just jealous and hateful and envious and nasty and always throwing jabs at you and throwing slick little remarks at you. When you do little shit like that and hang out with friends like that, bitch, it's no wonder you're gonna get fucking friendship PTSD because you're hanging around a bad fucking person. And when you hang around bad people, you become a bad person and bad things happen in your life. And guess what? When you hang around fucked up people and fucked up energy, they do shady, fucked up shit to you. And you have a hard time differentiating who's real and who's fake. Because imagine if you have 20 so-called friends in your city or in your area, and 5 of them were fake. You're going to be questioning the other 15 like, damn, I wonder if this person's fake too, or this person is fake. Because friendship PTSD has you questioning all your other friends. When somebody does some dirty shit like leak your address, when somebody drags you into some nonsense, where they want to get involved and fuck some dude or fuck some girl, or they drag you into a horrible situation, that's going to fuck up your blessings. Because you got to understand, when you enable people who do fucked up shit and you let them drag you into their shit, best believe that you're going to inherit their karma. So you can't let your friends, so-called friends, drag you into their bullshit, because real friends will not drag you in some nonsense. Real friends ain't going to have you doing bullshit to other people, or have you doing some fucked up shit or some evil shit or some fake shit or some violent, heinous shit that you know damn well that's out of character for you. Real friends will respect your boundaries and say, all right, you know what? I know you're not into that. I'm not going to invite you. Or I'm not going to have you involved. I'm going to handle this myself and figure it out. That's what a real friend would do. Let themselves handle their own business and not drag their friends into some tragic ass nonsense. And if you want to have their back, you'll have their back willfully at the end of the day. But here's the thing. When you have a whole bunch of fake friends, you increase your chances of having friendship PTSD. Because when you sit around, you tolerate people who aren't good for your energy, who are just jealous, who are always making your blessings about them. Don't be surprised when they shit on you. You know, watch out for those so-called friends who make every single thing about them. You tell them all the good things you have as far as school, networking, social media, businesses, going to school, goals, and they say, oh, that's not going to work. Okay, yeah, I don't see it. Or like just, you know, not supportive at all. It's one thing to not agree with something, or like they try to give you some type of solution, but for them to be like, I don't know, like that's just a fucking hater. At that point, you're friends with a hater. And there are some people who are friends with haters who are jealous of them, and some of y'all don't even want to admit that a friend is jealous of you, because we all don't want to admit that a friend is jealous, because we associate jealous people with people who don't want to fuck with us or hang out with us. And sometimes that's the case. But then there's jealous ass fucking friends who they like you because they enjoy being around you for the sole purpose of being around your energy, but they also don't really fuck with you like that because they don't want you to surpass them. You know what I mean? Like they're not mad at you, they're mad because it's you. So just let that sink in. And when you have a whole bunch of fake ass friends, it fucks up your discernment, because you'll have a hard time figuring out who's going to have your back if you're in a car accident. Who's going to have your back if you need someone to come through for you and take care of your kid real quick. Or let's say you're in a situation where you're caught up in an accident and you need someone to go pick up your kid at school, or you need someone to, you know, come to your wedding, or be your bridesmaid, or be your best man. Or let's say you're in a situation where you need someone to come through for you because, let's say your mom is hungry and your mom needs some food. Let's say they want you to say, hey, like, my mom is hungry, mom got this going on. Can you like buy her some food for me and go bring it to her? I know damn well if my friend asked me to do that shit, I'll be like, yeah, I don't mind at all. Like, I don't mind. I got you. I fuck with you. But then there's friends who will feel pressure to do it, or they won't even reply. The friends that feel pressure to do it but don't really want to do it aren't really your real friends, because a real friend will be like, oh, girl, I got your back. I got you. Like, you need a ride real quick? I got you. I'm going to have your back. I got you. Don't worry about it. Oh, you know what? Let me help you out. Or I can't do it right now, but I'm going to ask someone to do it for me, and I'm going to let you know. That's what a real friend will do. But then there's other people who they'll do it for you, but then when you guys get into an argument or have a small little fallout or a small disagreement, they'll throw all that shit in your face. Well, I did this for you. I did that for you. I did this. I did that. That's not a genuine person, because real love is unconditional. And if there's conditions with love, then bitch, I don't fucking want it. Because real love, like I said, is unconditional. Real love is unconditional. Let that sink in and glue it into your mind. Because if I have love for you, I'm going to go out of my way and help you out the best way I can. But I'm not going to throw it in your face if we get into an argument or we get in some shit. I'm not going to throw a whole bunch of shit in your face. I don't feel the need to do that, because at the end of the day, if I went neck and neck to go do some shit for you, or I broke my neck to go on my way to go do it for you, I did that shit because I wanted to be a kind person, not because I wanted to feed my ego or manipulate you into thinking that I'm a good person or a good friend when I'm really not. Because a fake ass bitch, a fuck ass friend, a fake ass friend will only go out of their way to make you think that they're trustworthy. So that way you don't start questioning their integrity, even though they're not really a good person. And I'm getting old, motherfucker. I'm getting old. I don't need a whole bunch of random raggedy ass, dusty ass, dirty bitches that I don't even really fuck with like that doing some shit because they want to make me think that they're a good person, or manipulate me to thinking that they're good people, or that they're good friends. So that way they can just ask me for a favor, or they can view me as transactional and say, well, I did this for you and I did that for you, so you should do this for me. It's like, no, bitch, I don't want that. If I feel pressure to have to reciprocate some shit, then I don't want to be your fucking friend, because at the end of the day, it should be genuine. You know what I'm saying? If being you friends, right? You listening. Let's say we friends. If you say to me, hey, I'm in a situation right now where my card got frozen. Can you cash at me like $50 real quick so I can pay for this food? I'll be like, shit, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to throw that shit in your face. I'm not going to not reply for 10 hours. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, oh, I got you. I got your back. If you genuinely need the money, I'm like, I got your back. I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to even ask you to pay me back because I fuck with you and I got your back. But then there's other people who be like, all right, fine. Or they'll remind you, like, hey, like, remember when I paid for that $50? Can you send it back? Like, can you give it to me back? You know, stuff like that. And I get it, but people only do stuff like that with people that they don't really consider friends. If no one really considers you a friend, then deep down inside, they wouldn't go out of their way to go do that shit for you. They wouldn't go out of their way to just ask for something back or ask you to reciprocate something, and you feel pressure to do it. I don't like that manipulative shit where people only want to hang out with me and fuck with me because they know that they can benefit or gain something off of it. Or you only hanging out with me because deep down inside, you know, let me just fucking go and hang out with this person. Let me just hang out with him and go see him and chill with him. Or let me just say yes because I don't want this person to think I'm not a good friend. Or let me just lie about my plans so that way I don't have to go hang out with this person because I don't want them to think that I don't fuck with them like that. That's not real love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done had some fake ass fucking friends who would be like, oh, no, I can't make it because, you know, I have to go grocery shopping. Bitch, grocery shopping don't take no more than fucking 2 hours. What the fuck you mean you can't make it, bitch? Or you can even order groceries online. What the fuck you mean? But then they expect you to come through and they will shit on you just to help their other fucking friends. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for those friends too. Watch out for those fake friends too. You know, that's where that real friendship PTSD comes in. Where they'll literally shit on you just to appease their friends. Like, the minute your name comes up and they friends just start violating you and trashing you, they start saying, oh yeah, I don't fuck with that bitch either. Oh yeah, that bitch did this. Oh yeah, and that bitch did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're so right. But deep down inside, they don't really feel that way. They're just trying to accommodate their own friends that aren't even your friends. You know what I'm saying? Or the minute you walk into a room, everybody get all awkward and all nasty and all spiteful and all weird and all just weird, just the vibe just be off. You better watch out, because that one friend that you consider a friend that invited you to that situation, they probably violated you and trashed your character because they don't really fuck with you like that. Maybe you're someone that has annoying traits and they generally don't fuck with you. Maybe they're jealous of you. It could be anything. But if they feel like they have to invite you and then trash your name before you walk in, they don't really fuck with you. Because a lot of times you can just tell by reading the room if the room don't fuck with you like that. That's a big reason why people always say, who gonna be there? Who gonna be there? Who gonna be there before I show up? Oh, okay. Let me see. Or when you walk into an event and you're just like, let me see if I know anybody. Do I know anybody? That's just how it be. Because people just be all weird and all jealous and all nasty. When you feel like you have somebody that you fuck with, it feels good. But a lot of times it doesn't feel good when you walk into a room and you can tell everybody in that room don't fuck with you because of one jealous ass person. Because there's a saying that goes, you'll be surprised how many people know you or know your business because somebody hating on your ass. And a lot of times, somebody will really fake a friendship with you because they deep down inside have somebody fuck them over and fake the friendship with them. So they feel like everybody fake. You know what I'm saying? When people go through friendship PTSD, they think everybody's against them. They think every friend around them is shitting on them and fucking them over. But all you gotta do is just pay attention to people who are already here. Life would be so much better if a lot of y'all listening to this focus on the friends that you already have. There are some friends that have gone out of their way for you and are just chill, nice, genuine, cool-hearted, laid-back people. And they've never done no fucked up shit. And you don't ever question if they're going to violate you or steal from you or leave you somewhere. And deep down inside, you know that. You know that you have some of those. So appreciate the ones that you already have. Instead of just trying to look out for more. And trust me, if you feel like you don't have that much of a circle in your city or your town or where you live, go out and just go meet people. And the reason why a lot of y'all sometimes are stuck in fake-ass friendships or fake-ass circles is because some of y'all feel pressure to stay because you've known them since college. You've known them since high school. And you feel pressure to still be cool with them because so-and-so introduced you to them. Or they enabled you when you were in the wrong or some shit. Or, you know, you were, integrated with them. Or you're already used to them being your crowd when you go to the club and when you get drunk. You're used to that crowd. You trust them to an extent, but you don't really trust them. And you feel like it's too hard to make real friends. And it is hard to make new friends. Well, life is too short to have a whole bunch of disingenuous ass people who are just hateful, nasty, and jealous around you. So if you need to, go make some real genuine ass fucking friends. Because trust me when I tell you, I want someone that I can invite to a cookout. I want somebody where I could be like, yo, like my homegirl is throwing a little barbecue. Like, come with me. Like, she's cool as fuck, and I fuck with you. That's what I want. I don't want to have to just think twice before I invite someone and just be like, I'm not going to invite that person because I don't really fuck with them like that. Or I know they wouldn't do the same thing for me. I don't want to think that and then still call them a friend. I don't like feeling that way. Why would I want to consider you a friend, call you my friend, but deep down inside, I know you wouldn't like go out of your way to cash out me $10 if I needed it real quick because I was in a situation where my car was stuck. Or sometimes you'll ask somebody for a favor, but then deep down inside that the minute they give it to you, they'll probably go around running their mouth and telling people, oh yeah, this bitch was going through some financial issues, or her mom did this, that, and the third, so I had to come through and help her fucking annoying ass, or I didn't want to fucking do this shit. It's like, well, damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people who are like scared to ask for help because they know that the minute they ask a so-called friend, that friend will shit on them. Or that friend will go around telling everybody that person needed help. And that makes you not want to ask nobody for help. It sucks when you feel like you don't have no real friends. And many of us have this mindset of, I don't need friends, but it's good to have friends. It feels good sometimes. And your friend doesn't have to be someone that you just met off the streets and you're not related to. Your friend could be your mother, your friend could be your father, your friend could be your brother, your cousin, your nephew, or someone that's your child. Those could be your friends. But in order to be a good friend or attract good friends, you have to be a friend in order to attract good friends, if that makes sense. In order to attract good friends and good people, you have to start out by being a good person. Because if you're fucking with people and you just be violent and they friends with them, maybe you're not a good person. Maybe you're not a good friend because you would do that shit to them too. How the fuck am I going to trust somebody with my friendship? Because my friendship is powerful. I'm willing to go my way and show people love and help people because if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. But at the end of the day, you just have to be genuine. Just be a genuine person and you'll attract genuine people. If you're over here wearing a mask and you feel like you can't be yourself or you feel like you can't like open up and just chill and vibe, then maybe they're not really your friends like that. If you feel like you can't open up because you know that they're just gruesomely judgmental and they're jealous and they're hateful and they're nasty and you can't talk about shit you have going on in your life in terms of your weight, your finances, your this and your that, and then you instantly regret it after you open up to them, maybe they're not really your friends like that. Or maybe you don't really fuck with them like you think you do. Life's too short for that. So at the end of the day, friendship PTSD can be avoided if you just pay attention to the eyes. Because real eyes tell real lies. And all you gotta do is pay attention to the way people look at you. Look at the way they look at you when you speak. Look at the way they act when you're talking about like stuff that's going on. Look how they just zone out, or look how they just get all angry and annoyed when you're talking. Look how they're just like nodding their head and like waiting for you to shut the fuck up so they can talk about themselves. Those are not good people, and those are not people that you want in your circle. People like that are egocentric, only care about themselves, and people like that are egocentric. People like that are self-absorbed, and they only care about themselves. And people like that who only care about themselves are more likely to fuck you over, shit on you, and trash you for their next friend. Or fuck you over and shit on you when they want to move on and they want someone else to be around. Or fuck you over and shit on you when it comes to a disagreement. Pretend that you guys rectified it and then just go around running their mouth and telling your business and doing fucked up and evil shit to you. Because somebody can pull out that evil nastiness out of them, out of nowhere, then at that point, you don't want to be around that. Because if someone could just pull out that evilness and nastiness out of them over a small dispute or a small disagreement or some shit that's petty and can easily be addressed and just start violating your character and telling lies about you and trashing your character to their other friends and they consider you a friend, then you don't want people like that around you. End of story. Friendship PTSD is a very real fucking thing and we don't talk about it enough. Let's address friendship PTSD and let's address the fact that when it comes to friendship PTSD, that shit lingers and lingers because you start doubting yourself, questioning your discernment, and trying to figure out, damn, like, why did I allow this person? And it even makes you treat people differently sometimes when you're so traumatized by friends who, you know, you had dinner with and they shitted on you or were, you know, throwing little jabs and making little slick remarks or like making little jokes. And the minute you call them out, they'd be like, oh, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Just don't be so sensitive. Like, yeah, I talked about your teeth, but like, you're being so sensitive. A lot of times the jealousy be in the jokes. The fake friends will tell you how the fuck they feel about you and they'll hide behind a smile, but you can always tell within their eyes how the fuck they really feel about you. I'm telling you right now, it's better to be alone than to fuck with fake ass people who don't really fuck with you like that. And that's how you avoid friendship PTSD, by paying attention to vibes, paying attention to how you get along with people, pay attention to people who, you know, let you give your opinions. If you don't agree with them, they have enough empathy to respect your opinion and that's it. Or they have enough love and discernment and respect to just respect you as a human being, to do things that are just polite. Pay attention to those people like that. Because people like that, you need in your life. You don't need no random, weird, nasty, overt, because we're all judgmental, but you don't need no nasty, overtly judgmental person that don't got no empathy. That's not going to empathize with you when you're going through shit. That's going to violate you, talk horrible shit about you, speak on your name when, you know, when you're not around and just do fucked up, evil shit. You don't need that kind of energy. You don't have to just go around cutting people off and saying, fuck you, bitch, I don't fuck with your dirty ass. Go shove a fucking knife in your coochie, bitch, fuck you. You don't have to do all that. You don't. That's the old me. But you can just keep people at a distance. Just consider them an associate, consider their place in your life and just look at them as an associate and just deal with them accordingly. Don't fuck with them. Don't lead them on and constantly invite them and have them thinking that they're your friend. Don't go around just trying to like say, oh, hey, you know, friend, let's hang out, let's do this. And then deep down inside, you know they have ulterior motives to use you for some shit, or they want you to just show up because no one else is going to show up. You know what I'm saying? Or you know they only want to hang out with you because they want to use you for your clothes, or only want to hang out with you because they want to know all the tea that's going on in your life, but they don't talk about the shit that's going on in their fucking miserable ass life. That's all I'm going to say. So just be cognizant of that kind of energy and people like that. Because there's some really great and genuine people out there. And trust me, you're going to meet some amazing people in the real world. But all you got to do is just use your fucking common sense. And friendship PTSD will do it, because the true friend will have your back. And the true friend that was really your friend, even when you guys part ways and grow apart, They still know that they have enough mutual respect for you. And a true friend, deep down inside, is not going to be jealous and nasty and hateful and do fucked up shit to you. A true friend, you ain't never got to question if they're, if they have ulterior motives sometimes. A true friend will have your back. A true friend will let you know when you're wrong. A true friend will address some shit when it's necessary. And a true friend will let you address and get things off your chest and empathize with you and hear you out. And that's all it is. Someone who just generally cares about you and loves. Because there's some genuine people out there. There is. You will meet some people out there. But if you feel like you don't really have many people, go out there and go meet people. Go to events. Talk to people. And hang out with people that actually like you. Life is too short for that shit. Like, you can't just be having feelings at your table. Like I said, you gotta have VIP. Why hang around a whole bunch of people and you can't even think of who you want to invite to your wedding? Why hang around a whole bunch of people and you're not even sure if they would go out of their way to bring you some food if you were hungry? Why hang out with friends if you know deep down inside you buy them gifts for their birthday or for Christmas and they wouldn't do that shit for you? Why hang out with certain friends if you go out of your way and walk around and escort them to, their destination and they wouldn't do it for you? Why be friends with people where whenever you drop them off at their house, you wait for them to get inside, but as soon as you get out the car, they just drive off? Deep down inside, some of y'all got some negative, fake-ass friends that aren't really your friends. And deep down inside, you know that there are certain friends out there that wouldn't have your back if push comes to shove. You were in a negative, horrible rut. Deep down inside that you wouldn't ask somebody for help if you were struggling financially, or you were stuck in the middle of nowhere or stuck with no money. Deep down inside that there's not many people that you would ask help from. Some of us got pride, so we won't ask for help at all because of fake-ass friends. But then others know damn well that there were friends that, just wouldn't fucking have your back, wouldn't reply instantly, would wait fucking 50 hours to reply before they get back to you, or they would just lie and be like they ain't got it and they can't have your back. But deep down inside, they do, but they just don't want to do it for you. Or that if you ask them, they'll throw it in your face or go around blasting it to everybody. That's that for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope people can resonate with this, connect with this message, see where I'm coming from, hear me out, and I hope people can connect this to their actual life. Friendship PTSD is a real fucking thing. We got to talk about it more. And trust me, that's a normal thing that we all deal with. I just wish more people were more transparent and more open about it. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be alone than be around a whole bunch of snakes that I know damn well will steal from me, do evil shit to me, cheat me, lie to me, snake me, cut me, stab me in the back, be vindictive, be the puppet master, and try to manipulate me into situations. I don't want to be cool people like that. I don't want to be cool people who are just nasty, fake, jealous, evil, seem like they're interested in interrogating me, but then they want to, just take information out so they can go repeat to their other friends. I don't want to hang out with people like that. I want to hang out with cool, genuine, good-hearted people. And you should too. You should too, because you should want to feel secure and safe. You shouldn't feel like you're constantly trying to switch masks when you're around certain people. That's just lame. But that was that for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys see where I'm coming from. And I hope a lot of people can, connect this to their actual life. I'm going to end it now. I'm going on a tangent. I just had to let this off my chest. And y'all can sense my passion because I done been through some shit. But please be sure to stream my podcast everywhere. Join my Patreon. It's literally $2 a month. You can also follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to all my YouTube channels. And thank you guys so much for all the love and support. And shout out to everybody on Patreon watching the actual video. I love y'all very much. And yeah, that's that. Timeout is over.